A viral video has the hip-hop world in shock. Finesse 2 times, freshly out of prison, faces the unthinkable, going chest to chest with Jay, Prince Jr., heir to a 40-year rap empire, in a fight caught on camera. What started as mentorship and luxury gifts spirals into betrayal, broken promises, and a predatory contract that takes everything Finesse earns. This isn't just a label dispute. It's a clash between street hustle and generational power, where one wrong move could mean jail, ruin, or worse. Who wins when a rising star confronts a dynasty? And why is Jay, Prince Jr.'s silence the most dangerous part of all? Throwing hands are all over the internet after he was seen sobbing uncontrollably live. However, the blogs don't explain how a family worth hundreds of millions of dollars turned against him. This is the exact sequence of events: the video, the initial transaction, and the ensuing mayhem. There is a video that is going viral right now on all platforms, and the hip-hop community is freaking out over it. We're discussing a video that purports to show Finesse 2 times and Jay, Prince Jr., 2 business associates, engaged in a full-fledged physical altercation that destroyed any chance of a reconciliation. There has been conflict between these two before. Videos from 2023 to 2025 depict close encounters during dice games, affiliate stealing chains, and furious altercations that nearly turned into open street fighting. Interaction was an obvious warning sign, yet the culture continued to propagate it. Now that the most recent video has surfaced, the situation has become extremely public. You have to go all the way back to the beginning to truly comprehend why this footage rocked the game. Summer of 2022. After serving nearly 4 years on a firearms possession charge related to a 2017 nightclub incident in Forest City, Arkansas, Ricky Hampton Jr., better known by his stage name Finesse 2 times, had recently been released. He allegedly discharged an AK-style handgun. The music industry watched his next move like a movie plot as he served his time and went back to living on the streets. The leader of Mob Ties Records, Jay, Prince Jr., enters. He personally took Finesse out on a private jet, gave him a large chain, and laid out the carpet as if he were greeting a king. It seemed like the beginning of something extraordinary, an opportunity to turn years of hardship into a huge triumph. The renowned Backlash Records, established by Jay, Prince Sr. in 1986, is closely associated with Mob Ties Records. Backlash introduced artists like Bun B, Scarface, and the Ghetto Boys to the world, forever altering Southern hip-hop. Finesse was joining a nearly 40-year-old empire based on fear and respect when he signed with Mob Ties, not just any independent label. However, the dream soon turned into a nightmare. In January 2026, documents leaked by Rap Intel claimed that Finesse's contract was predatory. Finesse received 35, Mob Ties received 35, and J Prince Entertainment, JPE, received 30. This split included everything that Finesse's name could produce, including foreign royalties, merchandise, tour earnings, and album sales. The worst part? JPE maintained complete managerial authority over every choice. The Prince family retained complete operational control, despite the venture's promise of creative freedom. Live streams by January 2026 revealed Finesse experiencing emotional breakdowns. He explained that he had to hunt for independent deals worth 10 to 20 million because he had to produce 2 projects with little promotion, pay 10 to 15K for each music video out of his own pocket, and have lucrative show offers blocked by Mob Ties. With 10 children relying on him, the pressure became too much to handle at 33. The deeper cut, though? Recognizing that the individuals in charge of his career were wealthy children whose fathers owned 300 million, whereas Finesse only had perhaps 10,000. Backlash's methods have been discussed by artists such as Zero, and the family's history of intimidation and insurance policies has long been known. Warnings abound on the internet. If you cross the princes, there may be dire repercussions. Finesse accused Jay, Prince Jr. of avoiding genuine conversations, arranging fictitious meetings, and spending extravagantly while he was struggling, and he even offered to release 5 albums to buy out his contract. Lil Woody of Vlad TV dissected the matter from the outside, criticizing Finesse for failing to carefully read his contract. He pointed out the warning signs that were clear to anyone from the streets when he said, I guess you should have read your own contract before signing your life away. The essence of the mess was exposed by Woody's commentary. The video of Finesse and Junior shows the violent eruption of a relationship based on exploitation, desperation, and broken promises. The contract was a trap. Blood in the water. Junior and Finesse weren't the only ones affected. Innocent people were dragged into a conflict zone they never agreed to, alliances were shattered, and ties formed in the trenches were severed. The relationship between Finesse 2 Times and former labelmate Honeycomb Brazy was the most severely affected. Their bond began behind the wall, within the prison system, as a result of their shared struggles and respect for one another. In order to help Finesse while he was incarcerated, Honeycomb declined $40K from Moneybag Yo and even sent him $1,500, a gesture that carried more significance than just financial gain. However, the dynamic was destroyed by timing. After being freed, Finesse struggled through his first trip to the airport. Tension increased when Honeycomb demanded payment and Finesse was unable to provide it right away. In the end, he sent between $1,500 and $2,000, but Honeycomb later asked for money for his mom. Ness as a user. In response, Finesse made fun of him online. In hood culture, Finesse's crossing of her boundary was interpreted as setting off a nuclear bomb, and Brazy's mother jumped in. Allegations of snitching that connected Finesse to FBI surveillance were later dropped. The deeper problem was highlighted by TT Naughty. Signing out of desperation rather than strategy means that the system you were trying to beat will play you. By late 2025, Finesse and Honeycomb had put an end to their feud despite snitch talk, disrespect, and diss tracks. The reality struck hard. The label was actually the one taking advantage of both of them while they were fighting each other. BWA Kane verified it over the phone, where the two artists talked about maturing and ending the argument over scraps from a table that was never intended to provide them with a full meal. Other predators circled in the meantime. WAC 100 accused J. Prince Jr. of shady dealings in Houston and publicly attacked him. 1090 Jake and DJ Academics made snitching claims, and Academics offered a $20K reward to anyone who was allegedly snitched on by Finesse. Seti Nash, a rapper from Memphis, went viral after saying he was involved with the paperwork. The pressure increased after Finesse was arrested for drugs in September 2025, October 2025, and January 2026. He had to battle the label, the system, his former allies, and public opinion all at once. He had all the drama-seeking eyes on him. This brings us to the topic that most people steer clear of, the Prince family dynasty. They have been in the game for almost 40 years, making them an almost invincible force. Born in 1965 in Houston, J. Prince Sr. founded Rap-A-Lot Records in 1986 with the goal of safeguarding local children. It developed into a major force in Southern hip-hop, but the commercial aspect was always a concern. A DEA investigation in the 1990s claimed the label was a drug front. 2 DEA agents were found guilty of corruption, but no charges were brought after years of wiretaps and informants. Prince solidified his status as an untouchable street legend by calling it a racially motivated witch hunt. The mystique and empire were passed down to J. Prince Jr. He first became well known in 2007 after finding Drake on MySpace, introducing him to Lil Wayne, and assisting in the negotiation of Young Money's contract. This resulted in a 2012 lawsuit in which Jazz Prince allegedly settled for $11 million after suing Cash Money for unpaid royalties. Although his name carries generational weight, there is more than just boardroom rivalry surrounding him. On November 1, 2022, Takeoff of Migos was shot and killed at a bowling alley in Houston while attending a private party that Junior had organized. He was seen on camera passing Takeoff's body, which incited indignation and conspiracy theories. Offset referred to the princes. Junior is also accused of killing Duke the Jeweler while playing a game of dice. In 2023, unverified allegations of sex trafficking appeared online. The family said nothing during this entire ordeal. The culture watched in suspense as Finesse 2 Times publicly challenged this empire by going chest to chest with Junior in the viral video. WAC 100 examined the circumstances and made connections between the Prince family's business practices and more general rap politics in Houston. He was unfazed by public opposition and media optics. As of February 2026, Junior has not addressed Finesse, the widely shared video, or any charges. Silence from a family like this is more dangerous than words in hip-hop culture. The stakes are huge for Finesse. Any altercation is dangerous due to numerous drug charges, supervised release violations, and ongoing federal scrutiny. He might end up back in jail if he fights with Junior. Supporters encourage him to get legal counsel and pursue independence, but the Prince family's shadow will always be present as long as the contract is in place and Junior is in charge of his catalog. This fight cannot be settled by a single viral video. Tell us in the comments if you believe Finesse will never be able to break free. Is Junior's silence a threat or a chess move? Which side are you on after watching the video?